Unit 8 Television Watching Habits Vocabulary Age appropriate, age appropriate, age appropriate, which means suitable for certain age. For example, this PSP is age appropriate. Channel surf, channel surf, channel surf, to change frequently from one television channel to another using a remote control. For example, let's channel surf. The match will start soon. Comedy, comedy, comedy. A play, film, or a program that makes one laugh. For example, a comedy helps the viewers get a relief. Inactivity, inactivity, inactivity. Idleness or immobility. For example, obesity results from inactivity. Mentally, mentally, mentally. In one's mind. For example, you should calculate things mentally and not according to emotions. Miss out on, miss out on, miss out on. To not get the chance to do or have something that other people succeed in getting. For example, the team missed out on after being the winner. Promote, promote, promote. To further the progress of something or to support or encourage. For example, mathematics promote our thinking. Provoke, provoke, provoke. To stimulate or give a rise to reaction in someone. For example, your illogical behavior provoked everyone. Tune out, tune out, tune out. To stop paying attention to something. For example, viewers tune out when violence is shown on TV. Accuracy, accuracy, accuracy. The quality or state of being correct. For example, your work reflects accuracy. Core programming, core programming, core programming. The central or most important program. For example, Adobe is the core programming among all. Fractional, fractional, fractional. Relating to the separation of a components of a mixture. For example, your PC has fractional fault. I'll fix it. On average, on average, on average. Normally or usually. For example, the doctor advised me to drink 2 bottles of water on average. Primarily, 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 which means for the most part or mainly. For example, primarily we should set the rules of the game. Prime time, prime time, prime time. The regularly occurring time at which television or radio audience is expected to be greatest. For example, electricity is at peak at the prime time. staggering, 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 which means astonishing. The situation was staggering. I didn't know what to do. Staggering, astonishing. The situation was staggering. I didn't know what to do. Teaching aid, teaching aid, teaching aid. Materials and equipment used in teaching. For example, teaching aids help students understand well. Visualize, 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 which means to imagine. Teaching aids help us visualize concepts. Get behind with, get behind with, get behind with. To not make as much progress as others. For example, we need to upgrade our skills so as not to get behind. Get down to, get down to, get down to, which means to start doing something seriously. For example, let's get down to the main job. Get on, get on, get on. To have a good relationship with someone. For example, they are a typical couple. They get on very well. Get over, get over, get over, which means to recover. For example, together we can get over our problems. Get through, get through, get through. To manage to contact someone. For example, the manager was busy. I couldn't get through. Occasionally, 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 which means sometimes or from time to time. For example, my uncle visits us occasionally. Record, 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 which means to sit down in writing or some other permanent form for later reference. For example, one should record the expenses for future use. Tune in, tune in, tune in, which means to listen to or watch a particular program on radio or television. For example, the wildlife on National Geographic made me tune in. Convict, 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 to prove or announce that someone is guilty or of a crime. For example, the police convicted the guard as he was asleep during the robbery. Equestrian, 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 relating to horse riding. The trainer teaches equestrian lesson at the club. Evidence, 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 a fact or a piece of information indicating whether a belief is true. For example, you can't convict him as there is no evidence. Newcomer, 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 a person or thing that has recently arrived in a place. For example, let's welcome the newcomer. News team, news team, news team. Two or more people working together on broadcast or published report of news. For example, the news team rushed to the conference. Prosecution, prosecution, prosecution. The institution and the conducting of legal proceedings against someone in respect of a criminal charge. For example, the guilty had to face the prosecution. Thriller, thriller, thriller. A novel, play, or movie with an exciting plot. For example, yesterday's thriller was exceptional.